What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to yet another mystery gift video for this year's legendary mystery gift, Pokemon. Alright, so this one I'm going to be covering the infamous February event, I do believe it was, or it may have been the March event, I can't quite remember, but regardless, it was very notorious for how poorly set up it was, and that is the Heatran and Regigigas event. Now, over in Australia and Europe, this was a Wi-Fi event, but being the lazy bum that I am, I completely missed it. So I had to kind of like fingers crossed and hope that someone was either selling the codes for the Heatran and Regigigas for the NA, which went through the newsletter for Pokemon, the Pokemon company over on Global Link, and I was lucky enough to be visited by the fairies. Someone had a spare 2 codes for me, so I was like, oh my goodness. But these people do want to remain anonymous, for good old reasons, because I do believe these ones are very sought after. I did a quick little research on eBay to see how much these codes were going for, and they were going for like $100 to $200. Bloody hell, this is how bad the Pokemon company set up this particular event. These codes are worth so much money. Oh wow, so these codes are actually expired, so this is how close I came to actually completely missing this event. So huge thank you to this particular person who I said will remain anonymous for donating these codes to me. It means I can actually cover this event and kind of just tell, by the tone of my voice, like even, I feel sorry for those who actually did miss event because of how poorly TPCI set up this particular event. This is how you do not run a mystery gift. Oh boy. Anyways, I'm going to go through and show off what these 2 particular events pertained. Now these ones, as I said, were codes for the North Americans or the American players. As for Europeans and Australians, this one was actually a Wi-Fi event. Alright, so I'm going to go for code and password. Now I've got a code for both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, luckily. As I said, huge thank you to this person who donated the codes to me. As I said, I am eternally grateful for these codes. It means I can actually cover these. But the good thing is, for those of you who did actually miss it, these are actually quite easy to catch in-game. It may actually require you to go through and either like purchase the opposing game to get them, or just have someone trade you to them, or go through and play Oris. Like, luckily it's not something like a mythical or anything like that. That's what I'm kind of like thankful for, in a way, that it's not, if I did miss it, it wasn't going to be a big biggie. I'd just go play through Ultra Moon to get my opposing Pokemon, or I think I've already got Heatran on Ultra Sun. I can't quite remember, but anyways, one of them I can catch, one of them I can't, because I got to play through Ultra Moon. Anyways, going to type in the code for this one, and then we'll have a look at the Pokemon and what their moves were. Alright, so the first one I've typed in, this is for Ultra Sun. This is going to be the Regigigas, who normally, as I said, is caught on Ultra Moon. And if you're doing this on Ultra Moon, you'll get the Heatran instead, which is Ultra Sun exclusive. So foes will cower at the immensity of the legendary Pokemon Regigigas as it enters the battle. Unleash a barrage of powerful moves to prove Regigigas' towering dominance. I kind of forgot the fact it's got slow start there. That doesn't happen until 5 turns in. But nice try trying to, you know, hype up Regigigas regardless. So anyways, here's the Regigigas. And we'll head over to the Pokemon Center over at Trainer School. As I said, I'm using my American version, so this one I've yet to play through at all. I've only just got far enough to do the mystery gift, and that's it. So no IV checks, unfortunately. And anyways, well, as I said, we'll head over to the Pokemon Center and have a look at these bad boys. Alright, here we are at the Pokemon Center. I've only got 1 gift to pick up here, so very quick to the point here, unlike the rest of my mystery gift videos. There is Regigigas. Now, of course, you can redeem this on Sun, but as we've kind of learnt already, with the Sun variants, they are very inferior. That level 60, no gold bottle cap, and they do have, like, the wild capture moves, I do believe. But at level 100 on Ultra Sun, you do get them with the gold bottle cap. I got Crush Grip, Drain Punch, which is a tutor move, Zen Headbutt, I do believe that's a tutor move as well, and Heavy Slam, which is a level up move. Right, so that's actually not a bad actual set for a Regigigas, I must say. If you want like just a pure sweepy set there, unfortunately with the calm nature, I didn't exactly get that. I think I actually got like a set you would normally run with Regigigas. Ah, take that back. I mean, you could always run the special attacking Regigigas where it bypasses slow start, because slow start only affects the attack stat and the speed stat. Special attack doesn't get affected at all, so, I mean, you could always go for the special attacking one, just change up a few moves there, get like Focus Blast, Hyper Beam, and a few other shenanigans there. Any other time though with Regigigas, you'd go with like Thunder Wave, and a few stalling moves like Confused Ray and try and stall out the opponent. Drain Punch is usually quite handy on it, actually, on both physical sets and on defensive sets, just to try and get your health back. Crush Grip is quite handy. I like using Crush Grip personally. Target is crushed with Rate Force. The more HP the target is left, the greater this move's power. It's very similar to, like, say, Ring Out. Works the same way as well as Crush Grip. I personally like using Crush Grip. It's a fun move to use regardless. It's just like one of my gimmick sets I run that on. But anyways, that's the Regigigas itself. There's not really too much to say. As I said, if you do play with Ultra Moon, you either buy Ultra Sun or you trade with someone from Ultra Sun to get Regigigas, or you just play from Oris to get Regigigas. Either way, there's plenty of ways of getting Regigigas. So, having said that, we'll now move over Ultra Moon and have a look at the Heatran event that we get there. So I'm just going to speed that up, do the redemption of the code, and then we'll have a look at the Heatran there. As you would have seen during that little speed up there, we did get the Heatran for Ultra Moon, so now let's pick that up and have a look at it very quickly and just see what this one particular event came with and if it is actually worth picking up. As I said, most times you'd be able to make these ones with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as it is, with the tutor moves being available from each of the beaches, because most times it's just a combination of level up moves and your tutor moves. In this case, we have a gold bottle cap on the Heatran. That's about the only good thing these events actually come with, to be perfectly honest, for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon players. If you're playing Sun and Moon, unfortunately, you don't, as I said, you don't get that gold bottle cap. I got Rash Nature, that's interesting. Magna Storm, Heat Wave, Earth Power, and Flash Cannon. That's actually almost very close to a competitive set. You probably just take off Magma Storm for another move. Heat Wave, Earth Power, and Flash Cannon, I do believe, are 3 moves that it normally runs. I mean, for Magna Storm, you can probably replace it with Hidden Power, whatever. I think it's most time Hidden Power Ice, so if you had access to the daycare, you'd probably double check what your Hidden Power was on the event. If it is Hidden Power Ice, save it, and then you just gold bottle cut up to 6 IVs, and there you go. You've got your Hidden Power Ice, Heat Wave, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, Heatran, of course, going for the right nature, of course. Rash Nature, though, I think that's like a raising of speed and then dropping a special attack or so. Yes, sorry, it's raising special defense and lowering special attack. I've only used that nature like once on a mix attacker. I would not use that at all on a Heatran, no way. I'd be going Timid or Modest for that one. Choice Scarf works on it just fine, Choice Specs is great, Life Orb's great, Sugar Berry is great. There was a few others that I've seen used on Heatran. There's like a whole bunch of items you can use on Heatran. I've seen air balloons and everything used on Heatran. Unfortunately though, as I said, the fighting type weakness, the ground type weakness, the water weakness. Ground type especially weakness is a big one for Heatran, which is where the Sugar Berry is quite handy on it, and the air balloon is quite handy on it. Though if you want just sheer power, go Choice Specs, Life Orb. Choice Scarf is quite handy because I think it's got base 80 speed. I personally have done Trick Room on it, except it's not a very good Trick Roomer. Not in this particular meta anyways, it's not a great Trick Roomer. But anyways, that's going to be it for this mystery gift video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Huge thank you to the anonymous source that did give this 2 codes to me. As I said, I cannot thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to this. It was very, like, last second moment for me too, which is why this video is kind of like spur of the moment, because I was like, oh my god, I better go redeem these now. And so I cannot thank that source enough for giving me the chance to cover this event. For those of you in the North American region who have yet to redeem their Shiny Zygarde codes, or pick them up, I suggest you do so soon. Pick them up at least before the end of the month, because before they disappear. And from the top of my head, in the previous mystery gift video, I did pin a comment. I do believe I pinned it. It has the date for when the Shiny Zygarde codes in the North American region expire, or sometime in September, so at least pick them up before the end of the month. Otherwise, if people do have codes in the North American region Shiny Zygarde, they do not expire until September, so that's great news for those of you who still don't have a Shiny Zygarde in the American regions. So that's a little quick reminder there, and that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the last second mystery gift video for this particular event. And again, as I said, I cannot emphasize enough, huge thank you to the anonymous source who sent these codes to me. I cannot thank you enough, to be perfectly honest, for giving me the chance to actually have a look at these particular events and see if they're actually worth getting. Seriously, I seriously hope TPCI does not pull these shenanigans again, because that is absolute garbage, how they ran this particular event. I cannot emphasize enough. I'm against that. I love the idea of Mystery Gift, but this whole way that they particularly handled this way of event, and even the way they've handled some of the other events, is just absolute rubbish. I mean, if you want to rant about it, leave it down in the comment section below. I actually might even make a separate video just talking about my current thoughts of this year's Mystery Gift. It's an absolute disaster in my opinion. But enough of that. Until next time, we meet up with the next 2018's Legend event. This is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!